here, and I thought I'd share with you today how I made this sweet little purse, or whatever you want to call it, and it makes a beautiful gift, and you can make some cards to go in it, and here you have a bunch of cards that matches everything, and what a wonderful gift to give somebody, or for yourself for that matter. But anybody would appreciate that. There's plenty of room for the envelopes in the back. And here you have yourself a really sweet bag. Let me show you how I did this. I was inspired by a lady, the paper chef, and she was making a bag, and I thought, oh, that would make a sweet bag, not for treats, but for cards. So I went in my paper stash. Here I had DCWV, and it's called Blush, and I just grabbed a paper that I liked. Let me see here what I could, that one there is Flowers That Way. Let me see if I can find something nice. Well, I made the cards with that. Let us make the bag with that this time. So here I am, and I am going to take this 12 by 12 and cut it down to 12 by 10. So sorry for the glare, guys. I try my best not to have any, but there always seems to be some. So I'm going to go 12 by 10. So here's 10. Perfect. 12 by 10 is what I needed. And, or was it 12 by 12 cardstock? Okay. No, 12 by 10. That's exactly what I needed. And then I'm going to take my scoreboard out. My scoreboard is right here, and on my scoreboard, on the long side, so on the 11-inch side, I am going to score this now. I'm going to score it at 1, all the way going down. I'm going to score it at 4 3/4. So let me see, 1, 4 3/4, 4 3/4. Then 7 1/4, so I go 7 1/4, and then I will score again at 11. Okay, so I'll repeat that for good measure. We score at 1 on the long side and the 11-inch side, and we go again at 4 3/4, 7 1/4, and you score at 11. Then you turn your paper sideways here, and you will go at 2 1/2 inch and score down, and you'll flip it all the way around, and you'll go 2 1/2 inch again all the way down. So you end up having a piece of paper that looks like, I don't know if you can see where all the score marks are, but this is the way it ends up. So now I'm done with my scoreboard, so I'm going to put that away. And here is where we tend to want to do our stuff. I personally like to fold my score lines. Regardless, I can see better the outline of what I'm doing if I do my fold. Now, some of you are really good. You have a good eyesight. You may not need to do this. Because of my eyesight, I will do it on the long side. For me, I have to use my fingers to feel because I do not see it. I don't necessarily see where I can feel the lump though. All right, we're almost done, guys, and we're just going to do a bit of cutting after it to make it sweet. So once I've done this, I'm going to take my good old scissors. Can't go wrong with scissors. Where are they? Okay, my scissors, and I'm going to cut out this particular corner up to the first score mark, like that. And then I'm going to do the same. I'm going to cut it out. I believe it's on the same side. Let me see if I'm not going to get myself all messed up here. Okay, so now you have two pieces. I am going to cut this up to the score line, each line. This one, this one, this one, and this one. And then what you can do here to alleviate some of the bulk, you can just take your scissors and cut it in half. It's not needed for anything special. And then I would definitely cut it in an angle. So I would take this and just cut it in an angle like that. Just a little slice off the sides to alleviate the bulk, and I think you understand what I mean by that. So I'm going to do this, and then my box is just about finished. So I'm going to take this particular piece and I'm going to right away glue this down. So I'm just going to take, you can take whatever glue you want. If you have adhesive, liquid adhesive or whatever, it'll work. And I'm going to take and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to pull it down like that, okay? And then I'm going to pull my box together and start forming it like this. So I'm going to take this piece here and I'm going to fill it with glue like that. And I'm going to do the same thing over here like that. And then I'm going to pull these up and I'm going to line it up because I want it to be nice and straight and flat like that. So now I'm going to want to add these, and these I was supposed to cut them here up to the line. I forgot. I didn't forget it. I just overlooked it. Well, I guess I forgot it. Pardon me, guys. And then when you pull this side up, these guys will go inside here. Are you following me? So I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to add some glue here. And I'm going to add some glue there. But this is going to fit on the edge over here. So I'm just going to edge all my glue. If you know what I mean, I'm just going to follow the edges on, on this cardstock. It's really a simple project. It doesn't take long at all. So you pull it over until it meets the other end. You pull that particular piece in like that, and then you should be square here for your box. So let me show you a little closer. This part here will go inside. You you will square the box off by having it glued to the end, and there you got it. There's your little purse, and it's all done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can make your little handles. So in order to do that, what you're going to do is, I have a piece here that was that was giving me a hard time here. Just one moment. I should not have a hard time with this. It just like I scored it a little too hard. Perfect. Okay. So now what I did to measure, I just took my good old little ruler, which is something I have normally right in front of me, but today is a little challenge because I can't find it. And then I took a stapler, and all I did was I took my ruler. Gosh, I don't know where my ruler went. Okay, well, I'm going to have to grab a big one, I guess. And all I did here is I measured 1 inch, and I had the width of my ruler for the other side. So if I mark 1 inch, and my pencil here, there we go, having a hard time here. 1 inch here is what I did, and I added another inch here, so 5 to 4, and I made them the same height. Then I took my hole punch, and I punched 2 holes. Now I have to find it again. Yes, 1, and where's my other one? Right there. 1 and 1. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to go 1 and 1. So 1, you can eyeball it if you like. Nothing has to be written in stone. I just did it 1 inch, 1 inch. I can't find that little ruler though because it had just the right width in it, but that's fine. And then with the piece that was left over from the 12 by 12, I took my cutting board again out, like so, and I cut off the heading, the one that attaches to the set, which should give me now a piece that's 2 inches wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it at 1 inch. So I have 2 1-inch pieces all the way down. And then I'm going to take my scoreboard again. And with your scoreboard, you're going to score this at 1/4. Okay, you're going to score it at a 1/2 inch if you want to start with that. And then at 3/4. And then at 1/4. So 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the second piece. 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4, like this. Okay, so now that I've scored both pieces, I've done it at 3 times. Now I'm going to take my adhesive out, and you can use whichever adhesive that you're comfortable using. And I'm just going to put 1 long strip on each side. Then where the score marks are, I'm going to take my first piece and I'm going to bring it all the way down. And then I'm going to burnish it really good with my my bone folder here, because I want a nice flat straight line. And I'm going to do the same thing when you fold the other one. If you've done your measurements right, it should butt against or close to each other. Okay, so it's as simple as that. See how quick it goes? And it's really adorable, I think, anyway. Whoops, you've got to be careful when you fold it, because if you do what I just did, try to run it with your bone folder first, what happens is you end up having not so great of a fold. Okay, so now what I do is in the center, I bring it down somewhat, about 1 inch, I would say, and I make a hole in the center, like that. Then I go into my brads, which brads can be any type of brad that you have available. But with the gold, I think I will take, maybe a little bit of this blue. So all I did here was add a hole. And then from the inside, I'm going to put my, you could have glued this right on if you wanted to. You don't have to use I already forgot the name. You know what I'm saying? This little guy. You just want to, oops. There you go. I know I have more light blues somewhere. I should have taken them out first. Oh, this will do. And I'm going to, I'll just switch them. There you go. Take a brad, put it in here, put it in the other hole. And I just find this makes the handle just a tad more flexible, as you will see in this video. So I'm going to take this one off just because it's a little darker. I'm just going to take it off and just put a darker blue, because I have it. Not that it's going to show a whole awful lot in the very end if we put, I put some fringe on it there right here, but still, I like things to kind of line up. So this is one handle all done up, and I'm going to repeat the process for the second handle like this. And the cards are pretty simple. I made those cards 4 by 5, just a little note card, birthday card or whatever for a hostess, and with the envelopes. And it didn't take me long at all. I just took some of my, I'm not going to make some cards right now for you guys, because the cards are pretty straightforward unless you're doing a technique. My cards there are 4 by 5, and I've just layered them, and actually I kept them blank inside for the recipient to write a personal note to whomever they're giving it to. So it just works out pretty cool. So I'm just going to do approximately the same thing with the other side. I'm going to grab a blue and one like this, put it on the inside. Oops, I suppose it would help if I made the holes, right? Oh no, I did. I think it's been a long day. What do you think? Okay, no, not really. And there's one grommet down, and then I'm just going to take it and turn it on this side, and another grommet, no, not a grommet, but another one like this, put it in, like so. And here you have your cute, cute, cute bag. Isn't that sweet? I mean, look how quick that was. Now, if I was going to put cards in it, just treats for someone at the hospital, or somebody who's sick at home, or whatever, you could also, or a birthday, you could also fill this in with a little bit of tissue paper or whatnot, and then just add your items inside. It's really sweet. Now, on my case, what I did is I added some lace all the way going around, and I just went into my lace stash of bits and pieces. Some are a little bit more, I should say, oh, here, I have some really cute yellow one. I'm going to put the yellow on this one here. Some is I have a little bit more of than another. And all I did for this one here, particular one, I took my little Sukan tape, or red tape, or whatever, and you could also use Fabri-Tac, or you could use your liquid glue if you want. And all I did was add a piece all the way around. Not rocket science here. You're just kind of adding it all the way around like I'm doing right here, just like so. And I'm going to make sure that it's adhere real well, though, right across the bag, all the front. You don't have to do this step. I just find that it added just a little bit more personality, if you wish, if you will. I like a bag that has personality. A box, you know, I never leave well enough alone. I always have to add a little bit more because I find that it is adorable. Okay, so here's my lace, and I start from one corner, right straight through, like that, and I'm just rolling it across, making it very tight, well, tight, I guess, taut if you, there's no, because the lace itself is gathered a tiny bit, so it'll give it a little bit of a frill, I guess. And then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to cut it like so. And there you go. That's one of my bags, all done. Then I wanted to add some flowers, and I didn't quite know what to add for flowers, but I found this that I had in my stash. So I thought, oh, this is very delicate. It's very sweet. I bet you that'll look good in there. But you could make a paper flower. You could do whatever you want. It's still going to be sweet, I'm telling you. And here, I'm just going to fluff it up. And if you had brads that weren't in color too, it won't show it through the bag. But how stinking cute is that? And this one here is the same thing, you know. And who wouldn't enjoy having cards? You know, I made a get well, a happy birthday card. It's all from the same paper pack. And here's a thinking of you. Thanks. And here's a birthday and a happy birthday. And I added some shimmer and some glimmer and so forth. They're just straightforward cards. And it made to be a really, really nice package. And you're sure that these are not going to come apart. As you'll see in the paper pack, I'll just do a quick flip through. You have very pale pattern, which makes a very nice cardstock to make the cards itself. And then you have the beautiful gold foil that you can use as, I made one of the bags with that. Some of the cards I used the page like so. And you have a pink floral, and then you have sort of this, if you have someone that's a little bit more modern, not so much shabby chic, there's a really nice paper. There's a nice striped paper, and here is moments, and I love you, and lovely, and all full of words anyway. And then you have another one here. So you have plenty of beautiful, beautiful paper in order for you. This is like a wash marble. To make your cards and to layer your cards. And to me, this is well worth the money you pay for it. This is something I believe I bought, I think I bought this at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. Either Hobby Lobby or Joann's. But yeah, it's and then you kind of repeat the pattern, but where it was solid, it's gold. Where it's gold, it's solid, like so. And like the flowers here now are reversing color, and this is reversing color, but the same patterns as the front. And you have yourself some cards. So this is a paper pack. So again, it's from DCWV, and it has 48 sheets of 12 by 12 printed cardstock with gold foil. So this is Yvonne, and I'm going to let you go for now as I'm creating more and more every day as the season is coming upon us. There's a lot of gifts to be made, and plus in the classes that I give, we are going to be making different stuff, different items for the home and for giving. So isn't that adorable? Like the more I look at it, the more I love it. It's quick, very quick to make, and very enjoyable. And all you got to do is add a few more inches if you want it bigger. It's very, very simple. One sheet, 12 by 12. This is what you end up with. This is Yvonne, not the inserts, just the bag. This is Yvonne. I'm going to sign off for now, but please have a great day and be happy.